What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to my eBay warehouse. Got a bunch of announcements, got a couple things going out to ship. I got 12 things actually that I've got to ship and send out on eBay. 911 subscribers, that's where we're at the making of this video. Once we get to 1,000, like I said in the last video, I'm going to be giving away 3 items. I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling this summer, so there's going to be a lot of potential for meetups if you are in the area. So stick around and I'll break it down. Welcome back everyone. I'm gonna get to the topic really soon, but first I have 3 items that sold on eBay that are still within the studios. I'm gonna get into those really quick before we jump into today's topic. Okay, first of all, over here on the shelves, I got a dash mount compass. Kind of just floats around in there. Pretty cool. I sold that for $19.99 free shipping. I got that in the first storage unit that I bought, which is oddly the most expensive storage unit that I ever bought. $330 I paid for it, but I definitely came out on top, and that was 4 years ago and still having sales today, so pretty cool. Something I just listed, I actually sold 2 of these. Well, sold one of them today and then sold one of them I think last Friday. This is a 3-inch disc adapter for a disc resurfacer that I used to have. And it's for, you know, like GameCube games and other 3-inch discs. Yeah, I sold that for $19.99 free shipping. At this point, this is all profit. I also just listed this in bin F. This is a Milwaukee handheld electric screwdriver. Yeah, it has a good battery. As you can tell, it's still going. And then it articulates, so it bends. It's really firm. Yeah, there we go. So you can use it like that. Pretty cool. Had the charger with it, and I think that's it. Yeah, had the charger, had the little adapter on it, and I sold that for $54.99 free shipping. And that I actually got in the same buy that I got that from my buddy Rick. I'm still going through all that stuff. That was the biggest purchase I ever made. I paid $3 grand for all of his eBay inventory. But he was just moving and he needed to get rid of all of his stuff. He had a new career that he was starting and it just made more sense to him to just kind of sell it all, get rid of it. All right guys, let me get into what happened. About a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, no, I think it's about a year and a half ago, I made a purchase, the largest in terms of items, maybe not individual items, but in terms of volume, amount of things that I made in one buy. It was a flea market that was going out of business of an individual that I knew very well named Barry, and he just needed to get all the stuff out, and so I went over there to make him an offer. I ended up making an offer for, I think it was $400, and it included a lot of stuff. If I'm able to find a picture, I'm gonna post a couple pictures here so that you can see just the amount of things that I got for $400. Got old Trusty here. That was in that buy. And then one of the big sales for me was this big ladder. This is like one of those ladders you'd get, the big rolling ladders that you would see at like a Lowe's or like a big hardware store. That thing alone, it's about $1,200 new. So that really just kind of made that, you know, if that was just $400 alone, this would have been worth it for me because I have, you know, I have my pallet racks. I mean, it's nice to have this if I need to get up here to get some of the spare boxes, to get some of the things higher up on the rack. To do some work in the warehouse, anything that I need to do up on the ceiling. And then I've got a second level here that I'm not utilizing that much, but this is perfect for me to be able to get up to there. And I plan to use that in the future. I want to put all the boxes right here up there because I'm just not using them. And then I have a bunch more space right here that I'm utilizing for boxes. I don't need it to be down here. You know, whenever I have a lot of the boxes that I need, these are just extra inventory. So if I ever need boxes, I can just go up there, you know, without issue. I have a ladder right here, but this makes it so much easier to go up there and get those items. So I could spend hours telling you everything that I got in there, and I'm sure as time goes on in videos, I already mentioned a couple items that I'd gotten out of there that have been sales in previous videos. So I'm not gonna go into full detail on everything that I got, but there was 2 totes, I think it was 2 full totes of license plates, and also license plate frames from different dealerships, which I was really unaware that even those could be worth money. Kevin over at Commonwealth Picker has been selling those, and I about kicked myself whenever I realized that these were worth money. By that time, I'd already had several yard sales here at the warehouse, and I had those out there for like $1 a piece. People, you know, decorate their garages with them, And so I figured that I could just sell a lot of the, and not all of them were North Carolina, but the vast majority of them were in North Carolina. I figured that they weren't worth that much. I should have done more research, but I just have so many things. It just wasn't something that was really screaming out to me because there wasn't a whole lot of them that were super old. I have one right here that I kept that's from 1963. I just kind of like that one. It's got that patina. But I just didn't think that there was a lot of value. Well, I was wrong. I started looking at comps and saw that they were lotting them up. I'll put it up on the screen, some of the lots that I was seeing, but they were selling for like, I think it was 10 or 15 of them for like 60 bucks. And at the time, I think I had like 120, 140 of them left. Most of them North Carolina, had a couple from Kansas, had a couple from Missouri, I think. A lot of the ones that weren't from North Carolina sold at the yard sale, which, man, it sucks, because I had some New York ones that sell really well because they're so iconic. Same with California, had some California plates. And those sell a lot more often because they're just so iconic. So once I realized that I had a decent amount of money sitting right here, I started cleaning them, I started organizing them, I started doing research on them. I spent probably 4 or 5 hours doing all this stuff. And then when I was listing them, I wrapped all the bundles that I could find after organizing them. And I started wrapping them in stretch wrap film to kind of bundle them up, and then I'd put like little sticky note labels on them so that I would know which lot sold and I wouldn't get confused, because a lot of them look the same. But there was like I think North Carolina has 3 different variations. One of them is a military support one of them is a In God We Trust, and another one is a first in flight in honor of, I think, where the Wright brothers flew here. It turned out that it was almost completely in vain. I immediately sold a set to a guy in Florida. He paid $60 free shipping, and he included a message in the purchase saying that he was a North Carolina license plate collector. I don't know why he was in Florida, but he was a North Carolina license plate collector, and he was going to buy this lot, but in the future he was going to be buying a lot more of the lots, and then he had them saved. And I don't know why he didn't buy them immediately. I really wish he would have. But that's all it took. eBay immediately sent me a message saying that they had removed all my items, saying that it was actually illegal for me to sell them on eBay, and it was against their policy, and that it was also against the government's policy. And I'm going to read off the email to show you what they said. All right, I'm just going to read you the message that eBay sent me. We had to remove your listing because it didn't follow our government items policy. Government, transit, or shipping company property is not allowed. And then they go on to say, you listed a state-issued license plate that is less than 3 years old to the month. Although we appreciate that you choose to utilize our site, we must ask that you please not relist until the plate has been expired for 3 full years or more. Okay, so yes, I believe there were several of them that were 2021, and then there was a bunch that were 2020, 19, and 18. That was like about the vast majority of them. Now, believe it or not, I don't know every law that exists or ever existed. It's almost like they have people that go to school for years and get qualified to know these things. But anyway, it is my responsibility when selling on eBay to know their policies. I did not know this one. All I knew is that people were selling them, and I saw, compared listings. But what I did not take into consideration is looking at the description of the individuals that had these listed. And what they did say in the description is every single one of these license plates is 3 years expired or more. Now, I wish that I would have paid attention to that. I wish I would have done more research, and I wouldn't be in the situation that I am. However, what does that mean? Does that mean that I can sit here, that I can take a razor blade and scrape off the registration sticker? Because in that case, I can just relist them like that. Now, if you don't know, if you have an issue with something on eBay in a specific category where they are, calling out to you to remove it, and they remove it, usually that means that you have kind of like a flagged account for that kind of item from that point on. So if I wanted to list anything that was license plate related, I might have issues doing so. Because at that point, they're going to be kind of hyper-focused on whether or not this is a expired license plate or not. Because apparently it is actually federally illegal for me to do that. I did not know that. I can't claim ignorance with everything when it comes to things like that. But this one was honestly, I did not think, well, I'm just going to do it anyway. Now, what I could do is I could call eBay and tell them, what happened, and tell them that I am willing to filter out the ones that were expired past 3 years and see if they could put some sort of message on my account and basically get some sort of verification that I'm not going to get my listings removed because I'm listing anything that's a license plate whatsoever. I probably will do that because, I mean, I have so many of them. So I figured I'd just show you. So here they all are. Like I said, I wrapped them based on the lots that I had made. And then there's a couple of them that were just a little bit more rare. I think the one that says "In God We Trust" for some reason is more desirable. And then the one that says, where's it at? So I guess the most common one is "First in Flight." And I remember whenever I went and got my license plate for my truck, it did say, this was the standard one, but they did give you an option to change it to the other ones, and I think that maybe they charge for it. This is the Kansas one I listed. They took that one down too. So in total, they took down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 listings. And like I said, each one of these was about $60. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's you know, $300 in listings, not including the other 3, which I think one of them was the more rare one was about $20, $30, and then the other one was 20, and then the Kansas one I think I listed for like 10. So all in all, let's just say that that would have been about $200 in profit. 200, you know, that's upsetting. I'm glad I was able to sell the other one, and I'm surprised they didn't say anything about it. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I remember whenever I first started eBay, one of the nicest finds that I had sold for about $200. It was I think it was 1930s police badge from New York City. I think it was a sergeant's badge, if I remember correctly, or maybe it was, I can't remember. But the weird thing about that is I sold that really quick. But I got a message from eBay after the fact saying that they had removed my listing. It's almost like it had happened right whenever they decided to take the listing down, which is kind of odd. But the weird thing about that was I looked at the policy and it said that if they're over, I think it was 50 years old, 40 or 50 years old, that policy doesn't apply. So these are just things that it's hard. It's not that it's illegal to sell, but there's such bots that look through these listings they scrutinize everything. Because I know that whenever you're selling the beach body stuff, that a lot of people have those listed and a lot of people sell those, but then an equal amount of people have those removed. So I'm not sure what the determining factor is for something like that. All I know is I went through this, I learned a lesson, and I hope that you learned what you can and can't do with license plates. I hope that helped some of you that maybe even have license plates right now to list. And this also goes for those Vero listings that we all have probably had a run-in with. Vero is eBay's verified rights owner program. It is for companies that have intellectual property rights on items that they don't want people selling, or they don't want people selling aftermarket parts for like cars. Like I've gotten some Vero hits on Nissan property. I sold some Nissan car parts that were not made by Nissan, they were made by another company, which is very normal. If you go to AutoZone, a lot of them are made by Crown Automotive or AC Delco. But Nissan wants you to put in the description that it fits a Nissan vehicle. If you put in the description, like Nissan, every vehicle that you think that, you know, that it fits, that is the listings that I got removed, because I have hundreds of car parts on here, and a lot of them will say things like Honda, Civic 2007, Ford Focus 2013, you know, whatever. I'll put that in there so it's easier to find and people see that they have the part that fits their vehicle. I never had any other company, GM, Ford, Toyota, BMW. I've never had another company Vero my items. So it's just been Nissan. So you just kind of have to look out for that. You can look up on eBay's policies what companies have Vero listings. So just watch out for that. There's some things you can't even sell at all. For instance, like these audio cables. These AudioQuest CV-4 audio cables are hands down the most expensive audio cables I've ever seen in my life. It's ridiculous. These audio cables have sold anywhere from $150 to up to like $400, and it's kind of ridiculous. But they have a little battery to compensate for impedance within the line, so it pushes through the audio with little to no distortion due to the cables. So yeah, they're good audio cables. They're top of the line. They're banana clip audio cables, which, you know, there's not a lot of stuff that actually, you know, has those kind of inputs. It's usually top of the line stuff, vintage stuff most of the time. So I'm gonna have to figure out another way to sell these, probably like a Facebook Marketplace kind of deal or something like that. I have some really nice speakers, vintage like 70s, 80s speakers that these will go to. They have the banana clip style connectors for the back of them, so maybe I'll lot those up with those and sell them locally. But yeah, just watch out what you are listing. Not every company is going to be okay with you listing their products. I don't even know how these people get away with it. Maybe they have, I don't know. I don't know how they get away with it, but they do. They're selling. And I got that removed almost immediately due to a Vero claim. So that is my tip for the week. Make sure that what you are listing is legally allowed to be listed, and that a company does not have, and the parent company of the item does not have a Vero claim for it. Do I suggest going to law school? Yes, go to law school and figure this out so you can sell good on eBay. Richard! Okay, over here in bin 2U, that is 2U, not 2U, sold a pair of Converse. These are my buddies. He's getting out of the Air Force. I've been selling a lot of his tactical stuff, but he had these that he left, and I sold those for $34.99 and shipping on top. And right above it in bin 3A, what did I sell? I sold something that's not in here. I'm going to have to go to the ones right around it and see the mistake that I made. While I'm in here, I know I did sell this Corrosion of Conformity. I sold that for $7.99 free shipping. I got that from my buddy Rick as well. I don't know how I messed that one up, but I happened to just see it right here in K1. I already had some bubble wrap on it. Yeah, it's this little like battery powered alarm clock. I'll show it on the screen. It had some of the lamination tore off of it, but it's still sold. So for $24.99, free shipping. That's also a Rick Y. And over here in bin X, sort of some little Lego pieces. Which ones are they? Really small. They're little plumes for helmets. They're little dragon plumes. This little bag right here sold for $17.99 free shipping. I knew that these had some value. I had seen someone sell small little accessories for the helmets of older Lego pieces. For the helmets of older Lego minifigures, I have a lot of little pieces of Lego like this. These are like from like the 90s, and $17.99 free shipping. Over here in bin 3E, I sold a Wi-Fi router. Well, it's like a modem, I think. It's an AT&T modem. Sold that for $34.99 and they paid shipping. I cannot remember where I got that. I think I got it in a storage unit a long time ago. It's just been sitting around. I actually listed this recently. I think it was like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago I listed this, and yeah, it sold. Actually, I had to fix the cable on this. Alright, and then we have two things on one order. One of them's in here in 3D, and it is this anti-static poly tubing roll. I have two of those, two different sizes. I sold those for, sold one of them I think for $49.99 and the other one was $39.99. I got these whenever I purchased the car parts. They must have had these at the dealership from when they shipped out little smaller tools or car parts or whatever. And then the other ones over here, I have like a total of 4 different types of these two PVC shrink tubing ones. I haven't sold yet, but I've got this other one, anti-static poly tubing. Here in Q1, now I hope these are in a box. They should be. Oh no, they're in a case. I sold these set of glasses. They're like prescription safety glasses with a head strap, and I included the prescription that they use. They already have a lens in them, but I think those are just, no, they're not prescription. They're just a safety lens. Yeah, someone's gonna have to order their lens for this brand of glasses. Sold that for $29.99 free shipping. I think I got that in a storage unit as well a long time ago. Down here in bin J, sold an effects pedal, like a guitar effects pedal that didn't work. I sold it just for, there it is, yeah. Sold it just for parts, sold it for $19.99 free shipping. And I got that from Rick as well, so thank you, Rick. And last but not least, it would not be a Resale King YouTube video if we didn't have a car part sale. So on box 13, sold a oil pressure switch. I think it's the same one I sold the other day. So it should be S385. There, S385. $9.99 free shipping. Boom, there you have it, folks. $455, 12 items. I'm gonna pack all this up, labels put on, and we will see how much all this costs in shipping. All right, so they're all packed up. That was about $88 in shipping costs. So after fees, taxes, and shipping, that's about $300 in pure profit. I gotta get going and get these to the post office really quick, and then I'm gonna come back and finish this video. And my final thought for the video, we have a couple announcements. I have officially purchased a ticket and booked my hotel for the 2023 Reseller Rally meetup in Cincinnati. I'm very excited to meet some of those guys. I had bought a ticket for the one in 2020, but for issues relating to the pandemic and some things that happened within my job, I was unable to go to that one. But I bought the ticket anyway in advance because I really wanted to go. And I'm going to go to this one. This one is something that I really have been, I've been really excited. And I remember just thinking, when are they going to, do it again? I was really excited whenever I caught that live with John Cincinnati Picker, Pete Craigslist Hunter, and Kevin from Commonwealth Picker announced that they were going to be doing the Reseller Rally in 2023, September 30th. Now, the tickets are already sold out. I know a couple of my viewers that are already going, so I'm excited to meet you guys. And if any of the rest of you are coming, please put in the comments so I can look forward to seeing you guys. There's going to be about 150 of us doing a riverboat cruise in Cincinnati. I did manage to book a spot in the hotel suite that is reserved for the Reseller Rally. I think John said that he was reserving a portion of the lobby in the hotel with a bar. So there's going to be two small meetups on Thursday and Friday prior to that so that we can do some networking. I can meet some of you guys. Yeah, just talk reselling. I don't get to do that very often with people in person, so that'll be really exciting. And I also plan to go to several of those highway yard sales coming up this summer, so be on the lookout for some of the announcements as to which ones I'm going to, and then maybe we can do a little meetup. That'd be really fun. We could do a meetup, for the yard sale prior to it or after it. I don't know yet if I'm going to be selling there. I thought about loading up the trailer with some of the stuff I found in storage units that's just not really worth putting on eBay. But who knows, maybe you can find something in there to sell. I don't know, I can't really go through everything. I have too much stuff. But if I did that, I would like to hire someone because I don't want to sit there on the side of the road, yard sale style, and sell things all day. I'd rather be out there hunting with the rest of you guys. And remember, we're almost to 1,000 subscribers. I can't thank you guys enough. And one other exciting thing happened today. For the first time, I made my first dollar on YouTube. It wasn't through the YouTube partnership program because I'm not at 1,000 subscribers, but I put all of the affiliate links to some of the items that I use because I had a lot of people asking in the comments about the box resizer, the desk kit that I have. I've had some people ask me about my microphone, my GoPro, the Rolo printer. We got a bunch of things. I think I have 29 items, some of the items that I use that really have changed the way that I do eBay. So yeah, check those out. Those are in the comments. I get a referral, through an affiliate link, but it doesn't cost you anything extra to click on the link. But yeah, if you want to help me out, second-handly without even having to donate anything, yeah, just click on the link and then go and buy whatever boxes you want on Amazon. It's still the same. I'm still bringing traffic to Amazon through Amazon's eyes. And that first dollar was from one of you guys, so I really appreciate it. It's awesome that, I have several $100s in sales today, but nothing was more exciting than seeing that first dollar made from just shooting video about the thing that I'm passionate about the most. So I really appreciate it, you guys. Like, it's awesome. It's awesome that you know, even if I make it just $1, it's cool. It's something I'm proud of. That I'm able to, that people even want to watch me, you know, because I'm just sitting here rambling about things that I like to talk about, and whenever I talk to other people in my life about that, they're just like, when is this dude gonna shut up? Because they don't care, you know, it's not their thing. Everyone has their thing. I like to get people's junk and sell it on eBay. That sounded wrong. I like to buy people's used items and sell it on eBay. So again, thank you guys. It's awesome. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing, because we're almost to 1,000 subscribers, and once we hit 1,000, I'm doing 3 giveaways. I have an idea of what they're gonna be, but I'm not gonna release that information until we get to that point. That is a goal of mine, but it doesn't matter. I'm still gonna be putting out videos. It's still gonna be a video a week for now until I can get better at this editing process, better at taking videos, and just get a lot more time. That's what we all need, right? More time. So that's it. I think that's everything I wanted to cover. If not, I'll cover it in the next video. We'll see you on the video next week.
eBay! eBay is what brings us together today. Like and subscribe for more.